What's the most evil thing you've seen a family friend do? My husband's life insurance was supposed to be our fortress, a $1 million wall between my son and the world after his father was gone. And our family friend, Mark, the financial advisor, was supposed to be its guardian. Instead, he was the one tearing it down, brick by brick. For the first year, everything seemed normal. Mark would come over, his leather briefcase smelling faintly of expensive cologne, and show me spreadsheets with reassuring green numbers. "It's growing, Sarah," he'd say, patting my hand. "David would be so proud of how you're managing this for Leo." But the numbers never seemed to translate into real life. When Leo needed braces, a $4,000 expense, Mark advised against touching the principal. "We can't disrupt the compound interest," he'd explain, using words I didn't fully understand but trusted because he was David's best friend. The first red flag was small. A letter from the investment firm addressed to me, but with an unfamiliar P.O. box listed under my address. When I asked Mark, he waved it off as a clerical error, his smile a little too tight. "I'll handle it," he said, taking the letter from my hand. That night, I couldn't sleep. I started digging. His explanations were a maze designed to confuse me, but I had a key: David's old laptop. Mark had helped set up the accounts on it. I spent 3 nights guessing passwords, anniversaries, birthdays, pet names. Nothing worked. On the 4th night, staring at the login screen, I remembered a stupid inside joke they had about a terrible fishing trip, a password they thought was hilarious. I typed in chumbucket98. I was in. The files were a nightmare of shadows and mirrors, but I found it. A sub-account I never knew existed. Every month for 2 years, Mark had been skimming, not large amounts, just enough to not trigger alarms. A few thousand here, a few thousand there. He'd been funding his lavish lifestyle with my son's future. The statements showed dinners at 5-star restaurants, luxury car payments, even donations to charities in his own name. That's when I saw the flyer on his desk in a photo he'd posted online: the annual Children's Hope Gala, a massive charity event he was chairing. He was using my stolen money to build a reputation as a philanthropist. I printed everything. I created a simple, devastating presentation. The night of the gala, I bought a ticket with the last of my savings. The ballroom was glittering. Mark was on stage, dabbing at a completely dry eye as he spoke about the importance of protecting our children. I waited for the applause to die down. Then, I walked to the front of the room, my heels clicking on the marble floor. The projector was still on behind him. I handed the technician a USB drive. "Excuse me, Mark," I said into the microphone he'd left on the podium. "I have a small presentation on financial security I think everyone here would find illuminating." His face went from confusion to sheer panic as the first slide appeared on the giant screen behind him. A bank statement from his hidden account, with the words "Leo's future" circled in red. Slide after slide, I showed the transfers, the luxury purchases, the lies. A woman in the front row, one of his new clients, gasped and her wine glass shattered on the floor. The final slide was a picture of my son. Mark just stood there, his slick, plastic smile gone, replaced by the hollow face of a con man caught in the spotlight. The Children's Hope Gala is now famous for raising over $200,000 in a single night, all from the court-ordered auction of his personal assets.